1, 2, 3.
Life in the year 2025 is a reflection of astounding technological innovations in the recent decade, coupled with the constraints imparted by persistent global economic crises. In Australia, the standard of living remains high. Relatively speaking, however, the style of living has changed, partly due to widespread support for greener lifestyles. Australian cities are characterised by numerous high-storey buildings with green rooftops and vertical gardens. Urban centrals are very picturesque, positively impacting on domestic tourist numbers. However, Australia's economy has not seen growth in a number of years, partly due to the collapse of Australia's resources industry, particularly mining, due to the invention of renewable energy.
The Australian dollar has suffered, leading to an influx of international tourists in recent years. Levels of unemployment are at their highest ever. A lack of employment has created a degree of social unrest and an increase in crime statistics, particularly in regional Australia. This has caused concern among government officials about the safety of visitors in the region. Numerous Australians can no longer afford to travel. Consequently, the tourism experience in Australia has been forced to evolve and become more affordable.
Let's go.
Fortunately, technological innovations in the past decade have seen an increase in the number of companies offering virtual tourism experiences. With vast improvements in technology to include realistic 3D and hologram projection technology, individuals can essentially experience any destination in the world without travelling far. These companies operate predominantly in urban centrals and are affordable in comparison to travel and ideal for time-poor individuals.
Automation is now an everyday feature of service in the tourism industry, from automatic check-in at hotels, self-driving vehicle tours, and interactive tablet menus.
In recent years, there has been an increased competition between private and government-funded transport, impacting on the tourism industry significantly. This competition means lower fares for travellers and an overall reduction in the cost to taxpayers. Transport in 2025 is also more efficient. Increasingly, efficient transport systems act as incentives for tourists to travel domestically and means international travellers are more inclined to return and/or explore more of the country. Transport is also becoming safer. Mechanisms to reduce system malfunctions are present in all vehicles, on the road, water, and in the air. These experiences will look something like this.
Airport transport has evolved. The aircraft shape remains familiar, but is bigger and more fuel efficient. This is in line with new public attitude of decreasing the carbon footprint. The body is lighter, engine has improved, and fueled by renewable energy. Travel is faster and tickets more affordable, but profit margins fluctuate due to instability of tourism industry and increased competition between airlines. Travelers now choose airlines based on onboard experiences offered. In the accommodation sector, a revolution is underway. Networking among tourists has become a norm of individuals with lower discretionary income. From couch surfing to homestays to house swaps, networking is here to stay.
In 2025, the hotel and hospitality industry faces many challenges such as political uncertainty, climate change, and demand for remote exotic locations. One such challenge is water conservation. In Australia, environmental pressure has been a catalyst in increased government regulations for energy and water consumption and sustainable efforts to increase the use of saltwater desalination for both industrial and domestic use. For the tourism and hospitality industry, tighter regulations with regard to water conservation have been implemented.
Let's go.
Guests are expected to be more diligent with laundering materials. More environmentally friendly soaps and detergents are mandatory, and compulsory sensory lighting features in rooms. Partly due to widespread greener attitudes among tourists, numerous visitors expect tourism businesses to have carbon footprint management strategies in place. The majority of tourists are now opting for socially conscious, environmentally friendly and economically affordable experiences. The hotel industry has adapted to these trends and a number of portable hotel providers are emerging. Inspiration for this concept came from environmental concern and the desire among a new market of tourists to explore exotic locations. These hotels are essentially tents that can be transported by air helicopters along with visitors to remote locations. These tents still offer comfortable accommodation experiences with the added advantage of minimal impact on the environment. No permanent structures are erected and all waste leaves with the multiculturalism and diversity is now a global phenomenon. People from every corner of the world live in many global cities. This provides a platform for countries and cities to display different cultures through festivals and events, as well as encourage community input to enhance the city's image.
It's gonna look like that.